Hello, I'm Liu Thai Jai King. My student ID is 049. I would like to present animated video about language acquisition. My presentation will be focused on first language acquisition in early childhood, introducing and foundations of second language acquisition. Okay, let's go.
From ages 2 to 4, children acquire certain aspects of grammar in predictable patterns. So let's look at some of those. First, let's consider grammatical morphemes. What is a morpheme? Well, it's the smallest part of a word that has meaning. So in the word meaning, there are two morphemes, mean and ing. When we consider various morphemes, kids will learn them in a specific order, although they can relapse and begin making mistakes with words or morphemes that they learned several months ago. Children begin with present progressive. I am running. She is walking. Then they start realizing that there's a difference between dog and dogs. Next comes irregular past, such as went or fought. This may seem odd since it's a couple stages later that they figure out the pattern of regular past. The difference is that at this stage, they've learned the specific word for something in the past, probably from their parents. Later, they're able to realize that there is a pattern. At that point, they may appear to decline in their grammar ability because they're likely to say goed and fighted when they already have learned went and fought. Again, it's the difference between understanding the abstract application of a pattern and knowing individual words connected to circumstances. In between these past tense stages, they learn linking verbs, so they can say clown is happy or dog is bad. They also start using articles, the dog or ice cream. After regular past, they begin applying third-person singular, such as mom plays or dog bites. Lastly, they pick up auxiliary verbs, especially do. Again, they may appear to relapse in their grammar and say something like mom do plays, or dog do bite. Another language aspect that's learned in predictable stages is negation. At first they learn no, and they'll use it for everything. No toys may mean that they don't or can't find their toys, or it could be telling someone else they can't use the toys. No is the ultimate multi-purpose word at first. Then they learn that a negative is usually put in front of a verb. You no toys, or mommy don't touch. The next stage, they start embedding negative into more complex sentences, but the negative will not yet change depending upon tenses in first, second, or third person. Finally, they can use the negative form of auxiliary verbs correctly. For example, they use didn't and doesn't correctly instead of using don't for every negation of do. So, In this video, we looked at language acquisition from birth to 3 or 4 years old. We examined in detail the stages of grammatical morphemes and negation. We will continue with this age period in the next video, while moving up to the initial school years. I want to point out that even small children can memorize chunks of language from their surroundings. So they may ask, "What is that?" or "Who is he?" even though they don't yet really know how to create WH questions. Okay, the first stage is just using an individual word with rising intonation. Candy, doggy. From there, they start using statements, but make them into questions by going up in intonation at the end. Mommy go park, I play truck. Eventually, they will realize that questions use a different word order. Can I play truck? Are you eating cookie? Then they will continue to become more skilled in their uses of auxiliary verbs in questions. They also realize that do sometimes is added to questions even though it wasn't there in the statement. So, do dogs bite? Or do I like carrots? In the next stage, they're pretty adept at creating WH and yes/no questions. But it's not until the final stage that they can handle the negation in a question or the reported speech form of a question.
Thank you for watching.